On.
AC at midnight when it
No nice things have happened. Did you hear that? Yo, welcome back to Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots, Wrestling's Entertainment Champions, the not so best in the world. Moxley squashes Punk, and the return of Johnny Wrestling to wrestling. All this and more in the room where it happens. But first, JP, tell them what to do.
You already know Heels, Pops, Chair Shots.
Yo.
No nice things have happened. Did you hear that? Woo! We back, gentlemen, and I think we are full roster. Who's here tonight?
Yeah.
Full force.
We got JP Savage in the house. Holla.
Old school, right back at you.
Pretty chubby flaco, dímelo mi gente.
And it's mischief, you heard, yo. We got a lot to talk about.
We always got lots of talks about, right? We always got lots to talks
That's
about.
why we have a podcast.
Is it?
Yo, what is that?
Appreciate all of y'all
What
pulling
is
up
that?
tonight. Welcome in,
Yes,
ladies and
yes.
gents. Twitch is live, YouTube is live, and
Twitch
shout out to
is on
Facebook and
fire.
Twitter. We'll get up to you later. Y'all get the
Or
vibe,
not.
but you already know there's
Or not.
politics involved with that. We'll get to that later.
We're going to talk about politics
You
right
wanna
now?
talk politics?
Shout out
Nah, no
to the audio
politics.
listeners.
Oh yes,
Yes.
oh yes, oh
Listen,
yes.
oh.
We love y'all.
Listening while you do things.
Yo, what?
Oh,
Hey.
what are you doing with that finger?
What are you? What's
Listen,
going on?
tax season was a couple months ago. Let's make sure.
For some
Punk
of us.
hurts his foot again.
Little Billy in the house, you heard? Yo, what's good?
What's good, everybody?
Little
Everybody
Billy,
welcome
better
in.
than me.
Just jump right in.
Little villain in
It's
the
late.
You gonna fix that shit or what, bro?
We gonna fix that shit right now. We gonna fix that shit right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had a hell of a week of wrestling.
Yes,
We always have hells of a weeks of wrestling.
TJ Banks.
TJ the fucking house. Listen.
Yeah, what is that? 3 minutes.
Listen.
we need
Listen.
I can't. No.
Bully Ray got a lot to say.
About Punk.
Yo, he got a lot to say about Punk because the fact of the matter is, yo, Punk got a lot of heat this week.
Yo, it's like it's always about Punk. Everything's about Punk. Every day is Punk this,
What up,
Punk
TJ?
that, Punk this. Listen, I mean, I get tired after a while, yo. And this is back in the 2000s.
And I think people do too. I think people do too.
Yo, talk to me about
Yo.
Punk PCF.
How does AJ put up with this?
Oh, listen.
It's because she's from Union
She
City.
is a Saint. Union City, stand the fuck up.
I don't know. What are you trying to say?
There's a lot.
What does that mean?
Say
Yo,
there's
I
a lot of.
appreciate this.
There's a lot. that
Don't
makes
drag
it
me
work.
into this mess.
All I'm saying is AJ Lee, you already know. Welcome to the Shooting the Ish. Coming soon. Stay tuned.
Yeah, all right.
Y'all been catching wild wrestling?
Where are we doing it? Behind IHOP?
We're not gonna need all four of y'all for that Shooting the Ish. I mean,
you're
I
gonna
can take care
What
of
are
it.
you trying to shoot?
I'm good.
What ish are you trying to shoot?
Yeah, his load. That's what he's trying to shoot.
Woo!
Bully Ray was shooting on CM Punk saying that, yo,
Oh,
Vince would
bruh.
not have let this shit go down. He would have shot it down immediately. Facts.
Big facts.
Right?
Big
Not
facts.
wrong.
No.
Think about work for a second. Think about when there's an argument between two co-workers at the office per se, right?
Like over like Monopoly DCs? from
Yes.
That sounds
Yes.
weird.
McDonald's? Right.
Yeah, it sounds very Pacific, and it's like it's happened before.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
Pacific.
We have a mediation with HR. Okay,
Wow.
Monopoly.
Oh, you have one of those things too, that HR shit? Damn, bro.
Yeah, home.
Nobody escapes that shit, huh? Damn.
That was Baltic Avenue.
Baltic Avenue.
Yo, man, don't lose Baltic
Sorry.
Avenue.
Out
What's
here
wrong
with
with you,
the-
bro?
Out here with the boardwalk.
I'm here with my boardwalk. You already know Park Place. Hey.
Yeah, man, that's a story for another day. But
Pacific.
Bully Ray's really adamant about Vince McMahon handling a
Eddie in
situation
the house,
like
Eddie
this.
heard, yo.
Like,
but look
here.
what you just said. You said Vince McMahon.
Papa
JJ,
mia, Dio.
AJ,
JJ.
dímelo corazón,
Tony
dímelo.
Khan.
Oh.
There's a lot going on right now.
Tony Khan don't have that muscle. Tony Khan is not Vince McMahon where he can shut down CM Punk. CM Punk listen to him like that.
Oh, I love
You're
that you
saying
said
that Tony Khan's voice is just 8 octaves too low,
Hey,
like too
what
high.
are you doing? Stop that!
I mean,
Stop!
when people
Let's
are-
go!
When people are very,
Give me a
very
hug, man. It's supposed to be fake.
and intentionally, right? Using words.
It's supposed to
Using
be.
words like dignity.
How dare you? Don't you know this wrestling?
The wrestling. Listen,
He speaks to people like he doesn't have dignity.
he treats him like shit. He treats him like he's a diva of some sort.
Huh?
Dick to what?
What?
Dictations.
What?
Listen, Punk has his reputation is following him, right? You say this about
For Love Island, baby. Woo!
it's attributes to many
What's
people.
going on?
Listen, all I'm saying is
Say, brother.
everybody's saying the same shit. Everybody's saying the same shit. Yo,
Hogan.
Mike the ref with the subby. Appreciate you, my guy. One
so
month
you know
in.
what I hear y'all saying? All it's gonna take is for CM Punk to come out again with some ice cream bars. And
I don't know this time. I don't know this time.
Cause yo, we never got that back heat as hot as we've gotten it now.
It takes
But
creative.
It's
That
worse
back.
than Austin Aries.
Room.
What do you mean?
Austin Aries? No, dog. Hold on. Wait, come on.
That's like
Austin Aries is like on a
toxic.
whole nother-
We're talking about people
yeah.
that are difficult to work with. There's
No,
people that are
no,
right
we
now
were
are not in
talking
the
very
industry
specifically.
because-
specifically.
Dear God. I mean,
You gotta get a fucking speech pathology.
Punk.
yo, shout out Mike the ref.
Speech mythology. What the fuck is that? Is that like fake speech?
Yeah, everything you say is fake, yo.
Is that fake shit? Scripted, baby. We're scripted over here.
That speech pathology over here. Yo, no nice things, bro.
Wow.
Yo. That's why we can't have nice things, yo.
Bullet points that Bully Ray's verbiage here. You come out no matter what, even if you're not scripted to come out, even if your music doesn't play, come
about
out through
Adam Page.
come out through the tunnel. You're Adam Page. You want to be responsive quickly to this shit and in front of the camera because you got your reputation on the line here now. If this simmers a little more, right? I'm not mad at it. Fuck it. Adam Page should have came out. He should have came out.
He should have clocked him in his little
He
fucking.
should have done a lot more. Yes.
If he didn't come out, he needed to drop something. He hasn't dropped nothing. Like, he hasn't been out. He didn't do
Nah,
nothing
yeah, that's-
online. He didn't do a backroom thing.
Looking
He
like Ja
should-
Rule right now.
Like, the best time to have done something was immediately, and then the second best time to have done something was immediately after that. And therefore, and so
Hudson.
on and so forth. So, like, do something, yo. Yo, it's been weeks, motherfucker. Like, come on, man.
Do something. Do something. We need change in this bitch.
Come on, man.
In the building.
Big husband in the house. Mods in the house, heavy. Mods in the house. Hey, PCF on the spot. Listen, all I'm gonna say is we need room for change here, right?
Where's people?
And then we're speaking of change.
There's
Like
the
change your
supply
shirt,
chain.
Like change your shirt. Like, but we're gonna change is
Cookies and cream.
seasons. Like our shows, our favorite shows out there. Young Rock per se.
Okay.
If y'all watch the thing, I haven't. I have to. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta catch up. Gotta catch up. But I've been hearing great things. I've been hearing great.
It was great.
Great. It's great.
Honestly,
Great.
everything
Great.
The Rock has put his name on, like, has been.
Listen, and the XFL
Like,
is the
like
next
signature,
thing.
like paperwork and shit. Like,
I mean,
signs thing.
I
if
feel
it's
like
checks, then
the
yeah.
XFL
To
might
me,
be the thing that
especially.
fails,
you think it'll fail?
but it could also not because he has a pretty good track record.
Wait, what are you
Well, let's talk
what
about the
failed?
change real quick because
What are you talking
now we've seen the success it's had. I'm not mad at it because we've seen the success it's had. Now we're talking about moving it to a different night, talking about recording in a different location. We're moving to record in Memphis. We're not going to record in Los Angeles anymore, says The Rock.
We're still talking about Young Rock.
Yeah. And no.
That's why I'm like, what are you talking about?
No, same
I
shit
was
y'all
trying to figure
talking
out
about.
if
What are we
it's,
talking
You're
about?
right. No,
I thought XFL was starting to have games in
That's
Memphis.
what I thought too. I'm like, we're talking about the XFL. We're talking about Young Rock.
No, but
We talking about Young Rock.
Young Rock.
What we talking about?
The same Young Rock that
right
will
there.
now be competing with SmackDown 8:30 on a Friday night. What's that about?
That's easy. That's NBC Universal
Hey.
saying we are wrestling.
Acknowledge
not
us.
Fox.
Hey.
I feel like that's a move like that a dad does or a mom. Like, yo, go watch Young Rock in the room on NBC while you watch SmackDown.
Oh.
Because there's a snack.
Oh, while you're laying the SmackDown.
Hey, listen.
Not anymore.
Not no more. Not no more.
Yeah, so bring the
Why you
kids
gotta
back.
bring it up?
No, I'm
Listen.
saying, you talk about facts, we talk about facts here, right?
Because the next
we not
topic
talking- we ain't
is
talking about no speech mythology out here. We talk about speech facts.
he's on
Yeah,
point though.
mythology. We
He's
ain't
on
talking about
point.
that speech mythology.
He's definitely the
Spell that
speech
out
mythology, MY-tology.
Ology.
Ology.
And there was some ology used
here.
when it came to fixing
That's
that
on me.
tournament for the women's tournament, tag tournament because of injuries, right? So what
Right.
they ended up doing?
They got rid of Gigi Dolan.
They got rid of Gigi
They're like, yo,
but she
we won't put you in the match.
And not only is she fine,
Only if you're not getting hurt. Don't get hurt.
There was a little post happening this week where she said just a little CK in there somewhere. Some Priscilla Kelly's still in there somewhere.
Ooh.
Is the split from Toxic Attraction about to happen? And
Listen.
is she gonna get pushed up?
Hide your
Remember,
10
we're
pounds.
talking
Listen,
about-
listen.
We're
Pushed up
talking
what?
about Triple H is out here putting this shit together, and Triple H can book women.
Someone pointed it out last week that Gigi Dolan was looking at that NXT women's title a little too much.
Hey, we know everybody was looking at Gigi Dolan, but the fact
Hey.
Renee
Is that dessert? Is that the dessert?
Laville was talking about
you know.
speeches.
Okay.
And Ricky Starks, did you see his promo
Ricky!
tonight? Yo,
No,
anytime.
I couldn't hear it because the show was so loud. You're so right.
Yo.
Ricky cut a dope promo. He went emotional on this bitch. He's like, you hit me in the neck. You are my friend. I'm gonna fuck you up. Listen, he said a lot more. He said a lot more.
There we
But we're not gonna say
Yo.
everything he
Yes,
said.
congratulations.
We're gonna fund you up.
So why?
Kid number 10. Nick
Why is
Cannon's
JJ
number
talking
4.
about Nick Cannon's
So
kids?
say-
Kid number 10.
Yo, did you know Antonio Cromartie at 14?
14. We
I'm
just talked
saying.
about that. Isn't that crazy?
That's
we were just
why.
talking
I don't
about
know why
that.
you brought that up, but that's
You-
crazy.
You know, Stu Hart had 12.
Wow.
12, 10, and 14. How much does that add? It doesn't matter.
All right.
Just like Edge's speech?
Does that matter?
His neck.
Not to me, it didn't. I'm sorry.
So wait, his speech was
His
Canadian
promo?
Destroyer.
Oh,
Which one?
That was dope.
what?
Different. It was different.
Psych.
What?
Wait
Coming
a second,
from
what?
Coming from him?
It was dope from a.
Wow.
If you were there, like that was probably dope because he's
It
in
was
Toronto.
unexpected.
End the
He's
show.
wearing-
End the show.
He's wearing the Canadian like tights, and it's Canada.
So
and
that's your
everybody's
question.
hype.
The best things come from
You
Canadian.
hated more when Edge did it or Ricky Morton?
I hated all of them. I still hate it. A Canadian destroyer, but the gimmick was for it to be Toronto. It was a good gimmick.
The occasion sufficed.
Yeah,
Okay, that's fair.
yeah.
That's
And
fair.
he's not the kind of guy
That's
that
because
does that.
Victor Villain is running the show, Jake.
No, it works. It works out.
Flippity floppity.
It's flippity day.
So
The way I'm built,
it's
Hudson is
dyslexia.
everywhere.
JP Savage and PCF.
The way I'm built is I'm
They
everywhere.
switch seats like assholes.
Why is your
when
last
this
name
first started.
Hudson and not Hudson?
The S and the D switch.
It does get us confused since we're from Hudson County.
Wait, has it always been the S before the D?
It was. It's always been. And I'm the only one that's used it right. Right, Jake? I'm the only one that's pronounced it the right way after the first day. That I...
God damn, I'm dyslexic.
Right, look, see, Mike the ref pays attention to
Ed
to
Shingar's
ring
the
guards.
Calgary Hitmen hockey team logo with the initials of his family and leaves underneath. And yes, I do get it right. You
See?
fuckers.
Otra vez. Este pendejo de mierda.
Bro, what?
Everyone's
Why?
so freaking
Why?
cool.
It was.
It was a great moment among many. I mean, it was a very nice Raw, right? It wasn't the best Raw, but it was entertaining.
That's what she
And it
said.
was the one Raw. It was the one Raw that had the most wrestling. Isn't that what was reported?
Yeah, since WrestleMania.
Since WrestleMania, the one Raw that had the most wrestling. And there were some bangers on this Raw.
There
There
sure
were some
was.
bangers.
Yo, so far it's been all his, no misses. Hunter is a sniper.
3 for 3. 3 for 3, right? That's the third
3 for
Raw
3, yeah.
he's had.
Listen, I don't know what routine he has.
And-
on a daily basis he put on a show.
We gonna get to it later, but in
If
3
If he
weeks,
doesn't ask him, we about to ask him. 'Cause
it's felt like longer, but it's only been 3 weeks, and AEW looks like they're on the ropes right now.
they're getting football.
It's looking crazy right now.
Yeah.
In 3 weeks,
That's a lot. They're not on the ropes of
Why do you
anything.
think Moxley out here talking about I'm V1?
I think he's not talking about WWE. He's talking about CM Punk. You feel me? Like he's.
that was a
I think
whole.
That's what that is.
That was a whole Punk.
But just always know
Um,
every message has multiple. You know what I mean? This could hit everybody.
I feel like we graduated from Punk this
Eddie.
week.
You know what? Eddie brings up a good point, right? He said that you're saying that the Moxley promo was like a Roman promo, right? And that's interesting because me and PCF noticed while it was happening, this dude is walking around with 2 title belts.
Yo, but then he dropped it real quick.
He dropped it real quick. He noticed. He was
Dropped
like,
it
oh,
real
chill.
quick. He's like,
I'm
ah.
not gonna be the third Shield guy to rock like that.
2 belts.
Right, like-
Yo, I
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
That's what it is, though.
That's what it is.
You see, if in fact though way
so
it
fact
works
though.
is it's short, snugger fit.
Habeas
and
corpus.
He is the third Shield member to
That promo Punk cut, I'll give him that, is gonna linger with me for a while.
What was
now.
that
the
word?
fact that
Slinger.
that Moxley.
Slinger, but it's slinger.
Moxley's the number 2, number 3 of his group,
Yo.
and it follows him in his career. He's never been through one until now, right?
Mike the ref brings up that that Chad Gable almost became a national hero by talking about the leaves.
And then,
You know what was a little messed up though? You all remember when he did that flying headbutt?
nah.
Yes.
Remember the other guy that used to do that?
Why?
I picked up on that
There was
too.
no
And he's
need.
Canadian.
I picked up on that too.
He's from Canada.
He's from Canada.
Chad Gable's Canadian?
No, the other guy that did the headbutt though.
That guy.
That guy.
About that guy.
About that guy.
It was effective.
Say what
It's something. From Edmonton. How dare y'all invoke?
He
the
was
demon?
technically from Montreal. That's where he was born.
Is it,
Mike the ref.
Se murió.
It was a killer headbutt.
Yo,
Wow.
Nice
JP said that.
things.
Oh,
No nice things.
but yeah, man. Edge.
Shout out to
Still
CTE.
retired. Right?
Fuck him.
Again. I'm getting kinda,
Yo. No nice
Yo.
thing.
I'm getting kind of tired.
Yeah.
of
Yo,
these
what was
people
in that?
retiring and coming back, bro.
What was in
Like,
that
come
ice cream
back.
sandwich?
Yo.
Some of us don't got the privilege
It's crack.
to just retire.
Yeah.
Come back, like, stop being choosy.
Yo,
Like, he
you
got-
know what?
he
Ric
got
Flair's
so
I heard Ric
bored.
Flair's got a match.
No way.
Yeah, with Brian Pillman Sr.
Oh,
Oh.
It was a very
Brian
live match.
Pillman
Yo, it's crazy.
Isn't it crazy how like their children are now running the show? Brian Pillman's kid and Anderson's kid and
You see that across all sports?
all sports all the time, especially this week.
Who's the next kid out there?
Well, this week specifically.
I don't know. That sounds kind of dirty.
It's actually
Weirdo!
it's actually Atlantic
500
League.
feet from
Oh,
school.
you have a former.
That's what you just did.
Shout outs to Charlie
I go to
Dempsey who
Chase
debuted
University,
this week on
Dempsey.
NXT.
Yeah,
I go to
Yes.
Chase University.
Yeah, what are you chasing?
That ass.
Charges? Yeah, yo, you better be careful out here.
Wow, that's what Vince got to do for us. Come on now.
Yo, $5 million.
He sent them to Chase.
Happy birthday to Vince McMahon, by the way.
Happy birthday, old man.
Out there trying to go down 42nd Street.
Mike, you go into Raw in Edmonton in 4 weeks on your
On your
birthday?
birthday?
Let's go, Mike. Let's go.
Good, bro.
Man, David Benoit,
Congratulations.
hell of a great kid, wants to wrestle, but his face looks way too. Yeah, it's never gonna
No,
work. Unfortunately for
nah,
him, like he
man.
has such a bad break. I wish he can still do it. Like I wish I would do it.
And he's
I would
built-
try, and
he's
I'm
built like-
sure he's trying.
He
you know
needs
what,
to go to Mexico and work under a mask.
He's built,
Yeah,
he's
I
built
would.
like Gumby.
I would. Listen. There's the only way to overcome all that shit is to just, go ahead and do it anyway.
You just gotta go out there and kill it, man.
Okay.
Just every time. You just go out there, give 110%.
Speaking
you know
of
what I'm
killing
saying?
it, shout outs to Charlie Dempsey. Killed his debut this
Can't get
week.
caught up and hung up on.
Oh, I can't
Wow.
right now.
Like you
Wait,
said,
is he
Um,
also toothless?
He, no, you think he has?
Oh, he goes to Britt Baker.
Yes.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
All of those inappropriate. Listen, Charlie Dempsey debuted on NXT this week, and it was amazeballs.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Exactly.
The man looks like his old man.
Oh man, AEW's own William Regal's son,
Yes.
and I bet you money he knows a thing or two around the
Raceway
ring.
Park.
I watched a few matches, pretty good fundamentals. Hey, listen, man, I'm sure of it, bro. I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Hey
you
man,
should.
I'm excited to see what he does. You know, we were just talking about the lineage, right?
Yeah. I mean, we're talking about his
What we talking
style.
about?
He brings that old British style that comes from Billy Riley
You heard?
in the Snake's Pit. What just had happened again?
Yo, don't even ask.
Why are we drinking?
It's crazy.
What?
Water.
Look, Dempsey, if he's anything, if osmosis is a thing that happens in wrestling and you know it is, then he will have learned a whole lot. Just sitting next to the learning tree
Yeah.
of William Regal, like he's a G through and through.
I mean,
like,
you think he got some pointers from Uncle Dave too? Dave Fit Finley?
Sure.
I don't see why not.
It's just interesting how he's at the E. Right? Where's his dad right now, right?
Well, he was supposed to be New Japan. He was New Japan until the world shut down, and then He lost his visa.
Yeah, he had just like
He was the
didn't
young boy. He just
start, but
he had just
kinda
become a
started
young
recently.
boy.
Yeah.
And then then he had to go to NXT UK
But
because
this is what I'm saying. Like, Regal still respects it. Probably, like, yeah, you should go.
you gotta build yourself up, right?
He
You
needs these
can't
experiences, man.
he can't
You
run
think-
through daddy.
You think Regal would stop him?
That's what I'm saying. I think Regal
Hell no.
encouraged it.
Yeah, Regal's.
And I think Regal's the type of guy, like, even if he's not working with them or not, one, he has respect for the E. And at the same time, he understands that that's the stuff.
At the end
Look,
of the
he
day, that
recently
check
talked-
is gonna say WWE on
That's
it.
gonna be
Word.
the biggest check that Joe
And
got.
then
He's like,
when
I'm
you
talking
go
about your ass.
when you go to the
The check
Indies,
is eight, though.
that's just gonna say former WWE, and you're gonna command more dollars.
Yep.
But if nothing else, right? William Regal
Yes,
always
today's
talked about.
price. It's not today's price.
He always
Reach it.
talked about stuff
Self-respect,
and
though.
things that you
Wow.
kind of made me forget about what he talked about, but also securing the bag, right? You got to get your reps. As a wrestler needs to get their reps, you just need repetitions.
Sube
You
el
need
volumen, tigre.
rhythm. You need all those things.
You need experience. You can't just be wrestling the same two guys who
100%.
are the same age as you, right?
The only
Yeah.
way you get better is the more experience you have out there. You gotta go for it.
More reps, right?
It,
More
it-
reps,
it
more
was
steps.
it was something
Listen,
he had to ask in WCW
This
Yeah.
is why.
because he used to go around and he used to ask people,
Is that
"Hey,
better,
how many
Jake?
years you got?" And the guys say 10, and he wouldn't be able to do shit.
But this is the thing, right?
So he said, "How many matches?"
How many matches?
How many matches?
Because that's the reason why, you know, especially in the Indies, the road these days. This is why they go on the road to get that practice, to get that exposure,
Yeah.
to get those reps.
And what's
This is why
better
Cody
than
Rhodes?
Anything
What did
associated
Cody Rhodes do right after E?
leave.
everywhere.
Without
He
there.
went everywhere.
He went
He's like,
everywhere.
I want to fight with everybody.
I've
'cause
been
I wanna
everywhere.
learn.
That's what
man.
Moxley.
I wanna
That's what
have
Moxley's
this
doing.
experience, right?
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. Because you only get the reps. How do you build muscle? Reps. Sleep. Reps.
Sleep.
So you're saying my
My
ice
Yo,
cream
but-
cheesesteak
yo, but
regime ain't
Renee-
working?
There was this one
Renee
time.
Paquette.
Once upon a time, they were nice things.
Not one.
She
Then
should be on the
never
cookbook.
Boo.
None.
That's not once.
No nice things.
Yes.
Speaking of no nice things, there was
No,
not
but
the best of things, and they weren't that nice apparently from what I heard. Cause I got my sources. I already know what they was talking about.
Who that nice?
But AEW talent
You're
tonight.
PCF.
Tonight,
You're
AEW
Mike- oh.
talent was on a mandatory meeting. That's right, mandatory. I mean, you had to be there, unless you weren't there. Because if you weren't reported to AEW Dynamite tonight, you pretty much wasn't at the meeting. But I know what was in that meeting.
What was that meeting? Because
No nice
Gotta
things.
turn on your mic.
Secrets and lies.
look, man,
Yo, you guys are behind, bro.
it had to be. It
Woo!
must have been
Woo!
a CM Punk related issue.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, that's why
We're
we got-
back there.
Yeah,
We've come
yeah.
back to that.
Yeah, because we're talking about backstage news on the mandatory AEW talent meeting, which means that we are back to square one, which was CM Punk getting his ass handed to him on a silver platter by John
That was
Moxley.
rough.
Yo, what was that about?
That was this. That's what this was about.
You think? So you think?
That's where we're at.
Well, they did say they were gonna address that amongst other things. Amongst the things about WWE recruiting, that was on the list. The whole CM Punk shit, you already know.
Who
and
snitched, yo?
who-
You should never tell your boss someone's recruiting you.
Yo, but like, how would you? I think that was. It had to have been Britt Baker. I
The
think.
problem-
I-
the problem is-
somebody else said that last
The
week.
problem is, Tony Khan is backing himself into a corner now, right? Because when it comes to leadership, a lot of what people's perception goes a lot with how you handle situations. And by having this type of meeting and acting like, oh, who's getting phone, like if he handles that the wrong way, there's gonna leave some sour taste in people's mouths.
No, that's
And
what
he's
he said.
already losing talent. He's already, mind you, this roster's deep. Everybody got work. Everybody eating, right? They're making up belts right, every day. There's a 6-man title belt about to happen too, right? So, but he's still losing talent. And right now, Triple H is out here just fishing.
Yo,
He's just pouching. He's just grabbing, right?
what talent has he lost? He hasn't really lost anything he doesn't want.
Sure. But
Yet.
there's phone call. Yes.
Who?
Yes.
What? CM
Cody.
Punk?
Cody.
CM Punk is gonna leave? Oh, Cody's the
Cody.
one.
Cody's the one.
Cody's a big one.
But I
Cody's the
think
one.
Cody's thing, I feel like was different. It was not about money. I think it was about like having that moment in that company. Like he
Yeah.
needed to be the
It was
man.
an opportunity.
There was a heart.
Until he met
thing
Seth
there.
Rollins.
Like yo, he met he met all the money in the world. Right, he was on top of the wrestling world. He helped create
Own
AEW.
company.
Like there was no more fame than that. Like,
Right.
Like, and then when he went back to the E, like he got everything he wanted. Because
Right.
when he was at the E, he had been so wronged. Like the whole reason that AEW exists is because of him getting cut from WWE, bro. Let's be real. When it came to AEW marketing itself, nobody knew Kenny Omega like that. People didn't know the Bucks like that. Yeah, if you were into it, you were into it. But like the Bucks were not on TV in America.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they were
Mainstream.
not on cable.
They were not mainstream, no.
I like what you said there, Mike. Tony found out Punk couldn't go 20, and he wanted him off the title off him tight. Yeah, but I hear Punk only co-signed to what Moxley offered, and it was Moxley's call to go to Night versus to go all out, and with good reason, I think, man. If you're Moxley and you're tired of the bullshit, right? You're gonna push this match to get on earlier. You're gonna want your real match at All Out, and
That's
you're gonna
fair.
want to cut the promo that you fucking cut right after the match. Like, yo, he cut the promo saying it's his
It
time.
was an opportunity.
We're done with
You,
Punk.
you can't,
We're done.
listen, you have to hit that springboard, right? When you playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater, right? And they got that ramp, you got to hit that ramp. If
What?
you want the velocity, if you want that lift, if you
Velocity.
want that air.
What?
I used to be
actually-
on
2001
I actually played
USA.
with Spider-Man.
PlayStation.
You
era we
remember
played right now.
Spider-Man and Tony Hawk?
Fight for the
Me
Flowers
neither.
coming out. Fight Forever's coming out.
Hey,
Oh,
wait. I got a question for you, Villain. So, what do you think is gonna be the match then?
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
I know.
But
Who's the
I'm
match?
telling you right now.
Who's the match?
There's one person.
I'm telling you right now. The AEW
He has the
company,
answer, bro.
AEW has
Shut the
been
front
doing
door.
the right thing, right? As far as when things need to be done,
Have
right?
they?
Runner?
Punk needed to get dethroned, so to speak, tonight. I
Like
feel
that?
from the company with all the rumors and all the shit. One of the bumps is AEW set back from the controversy of CM Punk. That being an issue, a thing to talk about alone.
Was
is
the
too
E
much.
set back because of controversy?
No, but AEW's a young company, so everybody's watching that.
Eric
They had
Bischoff
to
will tell
respond
you
as a
controversy
company, right?
creates cash.
Oh.
What you saying?
So
Punk
with
creates
Jim
cash?
Cornette.
I have a
Controversy.
I don't think that. I think that's going down, man.
I got two theories, yo. I have a bigger theory.
Austin
that
theory?
speaks to
Ooh.
that. All right, and then I'm gonna tell you who I think
Hit me, Daddy-O.
Well,
Moxley
okay.
faces. All right. I think the bigger theory is that all of this is BS. Like CM Punk is not causing problems. There's no.
Think it's a work?
I think it's all
Work.
work. I think if we've seen one thing is how Tony Khan can manipulate media. You know what I mean? In a lot of ways, not just Tony Khan. I guess like all the leaks or whatever, and they figured out a way to maybe work the media into believing certain things, and this created a really great opportunity. If we're talking about just storyline alone. You got problems, bro. If you just talk about storyline alone, right? There's no reason for CM Punk to have dropped this title the way
Right.
he did.
Right.
Oh yeah, he was injured, blah blah blah. But like the way, yo,
Well,
man.
just look at it this way. What did make Thunder Rosa do?
Oh, we're gonna talk about that. The biggest disappointment of my
Estaba triste.
adult wrestling.
La tipa estaba
fandom.
triste.
But yeah, and so was I. Her title reign was really disappointing. We'll talk
Right.
about it
Fortunately.
in a hot second.
Shit was Cinnabons.
But this CM Punk thing, I think, is a work. I think this injury is a work. I think it's all kind of being manufactured. And what we're gonna get is Moxley against Adam Page.
Ooh, because he's not doing anything
to bring
at all.
that full circle. And when Adam Page wins it and has a decent title run, he has that feud with a returning CM Punk, who will always be like, "I never lost that title."
So what you're saying is they went back to WCW from 2001 and did the Jeff Jarrett losing to Hogan, so Hogan can run off and say he never lost, and then Jarrett and
That
Booker
was
T
an
won the
ugly
title.
day.
And had Hogan not actually left, they were supposed to come back to Hogan coming back saying he never lost.
Is this where Tony Khan's picking from right now?
Ouch.
That's the play?
Yo, but
2001 WCW, right
when
before
you say
WWE
it like
bought
that,
him.
it sounds like crap.
And honestly, not for nothing, even when you sold it, it sounded like crap to me. You know why? Because it had the name Adam Page in it. I'm sorry, he's held the title already, and it's been whack.
But
You're
doesn't
talking about
this-
Thunder Rosa having a whack title run. What did Adam Page do? Who even knew he was a champion?
because he
When
got
he show up on
involved the
TV?
way- yo, I agree with you. I really think his reign was lackluster, but because he was brought about the way he was brought about, how everything happened with CM Punk and how the controversy kind of flowed, and how he legitly came out, right? CM Punk legitly came out and was like calling out Adam Page, and that was a complete shoot.
I think it was a big move, but if
Maybe,
I mean, you think it's a shoot,
But I
it
think
was a
I
big-
think it's a work. And so if you piece all that together, what you can do is like, yo, maybe the conversation is CM Punk had a really whack reign, but he's supposed to be a pillar in this company. So how do we bring that back? How do we get him? How do we get there? Right? Take the title off of him to CM Punk. Right? CM Punk is a big deal. Start turning CM Punk heel. Let somebody white hot like Moxley take the title off of him. Work that way back to Adam Page so that when CM Punk comes back, they could have that heat.
So y'all really see that much in Adam Page to sacrifice all that?
Not me!
Not me.
But I feel like they do.
I'm just saying.
And just having CM
Cowboy
Punk go
issues.
straight up
I'm just
to
saying.
Adam Page didn't
Listen,
make
I'm
sense
not
right
trying to
now.
be disrespectful here to Adam Page. Adam Hangman Page is a hell of a performer.
I like MJF.
I'm just saying.
Like,
You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between eating Rocky Road and vanilla ice cream.
What are you saying, dog?
I
That
like cookie dough.
sometimes vanilla ice cream just not gonna cut it. It's the
You ever
most
put rum in
simplest
your
and
ice cream?
blandest of flavors. Max Dupree knows how to tintillate the senses, right?
Y'all remember when Goldust got pushed into like the mic
Excuse
set
me?
and he got electrocuted
Yes.
and then he started having Tourette's?
Yeah.
Yo,
Cocktails.
Who pushed JP into the mic set?
Wow.
Damn.
Cocktails.
So you've seen his mic set too?
Wow.
I mean, the man wears no pants. How am I supposed to not see it?
MJF is one promo away from booking any match, I think, and I think
Word.
That's another great.
yeah, him,
He's been
him,
out- he's
him
been
and
out for a
anybody
minute
would,
though,
would
right?
That might
definitely
actually be the bigger call, I would say. Right?
MJF came. He.
But
The
why?
last we
why-
saw him.
It's scary why they
cut
have
that
it.
For 2
promo.
months.
Yo,
MJF would
Since June
bury Adam
1st.
Page. Just saying.
what company buries their main guy like that?
A company that's run by Tony Khan and it's taking shit personal.
No, look, bro.
Remember when Vince
That's an
McMahon?
expensive risk right there that you're doing.
Remember when Vince
Wait,
McMahon
MJF?
said
Yeah.
that Austin dropped the
Hell
ball and
yeah,
went away?
any businessman that knows shit about shit
So you think that's
will
what
tell you,
MJF did?
you can't get them to get their money maker or one of their top money makers and just make them disappear like that.
Did you hear what this brilliant man just said?
What do you say? What do you say?
I think maybe it's like when Vince said that Austin had dropped the ball, walked away, right? Is that what they're doing with MJF?
But they didn't even say that with MJF. They said nothing.
Are you trying to say MJF lost his smile?
Ooh, where's Sonny when you need her?
Ooh.
Locked up. They won't let me out. They won't let me out.
MJF is an
Locked
interesting
up.
prospect. That's
And
a
she
great
don't like them
idea.
black. No.
HBK hit it first.
She don't like them black.
I don't think that's true.
That's a damn shame,
I
Sonny.
think that's
Was it Ray J?
wow.
No, she said it. She's on record saying
Yeah, I mean, she says a lot of
the
things.
darker the berry, the sweeter the juice is
Like,
not
I'm
for
not
her.
guilty.
apparently.
Wow. Shout out to Farouk.
Look, man, that was unnecessary. So, look, MJF is a great
Damn.
option there. I think Mike the Ref makes a great point. He could come out. He could cut that anti-CM Punk promo. He could do it in Chicago. He could ramp
could
up his
do
heat
it
again.
anywhere.
He
Who's
could
this?
face MJF.
Jared.
MJF.
This next one's gonna be very blunt with it.
All right, so let's talk about Thunder Rosa. now.
Yes, please, because she cut a little promo, she got emotional, but that was it. That's it. That's all we get.
And that's been the story of Thunder Rosa
Ay,
title.
Ay, Dios mío.
It's
Shooting
been-
Nation Love.
Yo, matches have been great. I really can't complain on
Shout
the
out
match
Melissa.
side. Yo, the
Listen,
matches were really good.
We
bro.
have a fiscal responsibility. It's a yearly situation. To
We
report
have
the facts.
fiduciary
That sounded
responsibility.
Right? To report the honest facts. We have to be brutally honest.
Fickle.
Whether we like to tell it or not. Results are results, right?
Yo, when she
And
popped
and the
with
title
hot-
reign was not great. I mean, honestly, we were really excited for her to be the champion because of what she's done since she's been in the company, the matches she's put on. I mean, she's given Britt Baker her best matches,
Facts.
right? And Britt Baker now, with the promo she cut tonight, like, it's a shame she didn't have a better title run.
So,
It's a shame. And is it all her fault?
with Thunder Rosa, yes. was she not given chances? When in the beginning of the title reign, wasn't she in front of the mic
A
for
lot,
like
a
4
lot,
weeks in
a
row.
lot.
Yeah, she was,
bro,
and
a
it was
lot.
not good.
And yo, it was not great. And it wasn't
Lackluster.
popping. She was better chasing the title
She was.
on the mic, and yo, the ring work was good regardless.
You know what it is, too?
But the mic was not.
You know what it is
I
too?
think Bray is in Tony's ear.
But yo,
I
it
just
doesn't
think
matter
I
whether
just
he is
think
or he
I
isn't.
just think Thunder Rosa makes a better heel.
Nah, I just don't.
As the
think that-
face, she don't cut it.
I think Thunder Rosa and Vicky Guerrero would be a really good team because Vicky Guerrero, they don't know how to utilize her. They really
Right.
don't.
So
And
she's
I
like the
think-
But they don't
locker
like
room
each other,
leader is
right?
what Mike's saying.
I don't. But I'm glad you brought that up. Because when we why do you do that?
I remember
Because
the
you said
commercial.
you gave me praise.
Positive reinforcement. Look, when Thunder Rosa stories come about, we hear a lot of negative things, and one of those
That's
negative
fair.
things is Ivelisse.
Okay. Okay.
Talk to him.
Talked a
Dime
lot
esa-
about how Thunder Rosa
a
was
potato
not
snack.
exactly the person that people thought she was, and quite frankly, I
Potato
mean, when we
salad.
met her,
Esa
she
platarín.
was great to us. Like we had no idea, but
Ese mofón
things
que-
are what things are. And at first, when it's Ivelisse, you're like, all right,
Esa
well, I'm gonna
bollita.
throw that under. You know, what I mean, I'm gonna leave that alone because Ivelisse gets in trouble a
Otra
lot. and,
cosa, la-
you know, JP got problems. So what it ends up being is that Thunder Rosa is always surrounded, like there's always smoke there.
Yeah.
Right,
There's
right,
always,
right.
oh, she was sandbagging Mercedes. Oh, she sandbagged Brit. She wasn't selling.
She
didn't
sent
do
back
this.
Marina.
Yeah, yo, like Marina Shafir. Yeah, like it was always somebody. It was always something. She didn't sell. She wasn't giving it. So here we are now at a point where like even Britt Baker is like, yo, dog, like this chick's not about it. We see maybe it's not just CM Punk. Maybe it is. If it's not a work, we see Thunder Rosa and CM Punk being a backroom like issue.
I mean, isn't this what's coming out about, and it's been coming out about Shawn Michaels back in the day,
The Drama King.
right?
He's in
Shawn
the
Michaels
building.
always wanted to be in the top. He always wanted to do it. Always an issue,
King is in the building.
right? That's just what it was.
Allegedly.
And it wasn't until he found God again and shit like that. I mean, I don't know, but
It
things
wasn't
don't
until he pulled
change,
up Mike Tyson and broke his back.
right? He
Well-
I broke my back, man, and humbled himself, right? And here we are today. But this is the problem, right? We're expecting people that go into a business thinking that they want to be number one to be always humble in a doggy dog world. There's no, like, the wrestling industry is so divisive as it is. It's a shark fucking tank. Let's keep it real.
I've seen that.
People
show.
step on each other's toes all the time. This is not no new news. Think about how, back in the day, if you read Roddy Piper's book, people that get like they'll put them to the fucking table drinking so that they can perform the next night. You know what I'm saying? Like there's always an angle. Somebody's always trying to get over. This heel face situation is not as fake as we think, folks.
We live the gimmick.
You live the gimmick, bro.
I
Rocky
don't know
Johnson
if
Yeah,
that's
so
said it
y'all
best.
think Brit is like on her way now again?
It's Jamie's time.
I think it's Britt's
He's calling
time.
Jamie Hayter.
I think it's Jamie's time.
I think the main event pictures just have to have Britt Baker in it.
I'm done
You
with
know
Baker.
why?
I'm done with
You know
Brit.
why? Because the WWE's women's roster, their picture's about to change right now.
See,
I love
And
what
if they
Mike
don't do
said.
something now quick, they're going to lose a lot of steam. And they had the most steam when you had DMD at the top.
Mike the Ref makes a really great point, right? Wrestling is the one business where you have to work together to step over each other. And the story about
That part.
Rosa is that she doesn't work together.
Allegedly,
It's
allegedly,
not-
allegedly,
allegedly, right? Let's sprinkle some allegedly on there because it's not the fact that like she won't work with people. She'll wrestle people, but she just doesn't sell for them. She's not doing those things like helping put over her fellow wrestler. And,
Sounds like Hulk Hogan.
and so
Oh, who?
when we look at the whole problem at AEW, the things that we've been seeing recently coming out there with both CM
That's
Punk
not gonna
and
work for
Thunder
me,
Rosa,
brother.
Like, yo, there's a lot of questions have to be asked. Yo, is this shit real? Are people really being difficult to work with?
Well, it's scripted.
Is the culture really that toxic?
Yo, I think it is.
And you know why?
I think
Why
it
that
is.
statement is crazy? Because then you hear about somebody like The Undertaker. He goes with the flow. He's all about the business. He took that loss to Brock. It was what it was. He did the work. And then you hear people like this, that these little things, these little microaggressions within even
well,
the match.
everybody's
But yo,
different, right?
that-
Everybody's you work differently.
You
right?
say something very interesting, but you forget that Shawn Michaels existed with The Undertaker.
Oh, for
So
sure.
types
sure.
of people exist at the
For
same
sure.
exact time.
For
crazy.
sure.
Some people are Shawn Michaels and they're little
For
bees in
sure.
the back and they're like annoying as hell and they're trying to change finishes and this, that, and the third.
Right.
And then some people are just like, yo, I'm here to do your booking.
But I think
And sometimes that heat, right?
And then some
Those-
people are like Bret Hart, and they
Right.
don't want to lose in Canada
Right.
because the whole country's their hometown.
and they shouldn't lose. They shouldn't lose
Because
in
they
Canada.
shouldn't, just because they have long hair, they shouldn't be confused
Let's
with
just
Medusa.
put that on the
Right.
record. They shouldn't lose in Canada.
Quite
Just-
frankly, like, I
And
don't
should
see
be allowed to take the belt with them and bring it back on Monday, just so you know. Anyway, keep going.
Either way, you need to realize that these on-screen scintillating segments, right? These kerfuffles, as you may,
Scuffles.
This guy, bro.
Ruffles.
they
I love
add
those
to the
shits.
story. They've done this all the time. Ask Matt and Edge and Lita about that shit. They used a real life situation at an angle.
Yo, bars.
It's just what it is. Like, yo, this makes the story sometimes. That's why Brett and Sean, you can feel
drama sells,
the
baby.
drama, the heat, the dislike from the screen.
And
you
I
can
expect-
tell
I
these
expect
dudes
some of
do
those.
not like each other. They will spit in each other's faces if they had the chance.
And more.
And
And
they
I,
did.
I want more of it, and I expect more of it, especially now
Bukaki.
that we've got some new management. No
was no
nice
need. There was no need.
things.
What
But
was-
especially now with new management behind the scenes.
Yo, your
if you
Google
pull the
search
curtain
must
back,
be lit.
just pull the, just pull the curtain
Or
back a
illegal.
little bit.
Or illegal.
Just
I'm
pull
just
it
a
back a little
well-rounded
bit.
individual.
You'll notice that
He is
one
the- he is the black
JARRET has been let go.
Who?
Oh.
That's right. I can spell Jeff Jarrett.
Well,
ladies and
apparently
gentlemen.
not.
You know.
It's GOOEE gone, baby. Because now we have one Brian James coming back.
Ooh.
Oh, you didn't know?
Woo! Down.
Your ass better call
Triple H
somebody.
called somebody.
Do you mean he brought back the real Double J?
Oh shit, he did. He did brag by the real Double J.
Listen, I didn't think Double J was going to last as long as he did.
So he needed a
And
I
loading.
blame, I blame,
Frank,
I
and
blame
let's
Ric
be real.
Flair.
Double J just had himself a moment.
80 great.
He cut his check.
Nashville,
He cut his check.
Tennessee. He was in SummerSlam. He retired Ric Flair. Bro, he was at the top of his career.
Oh, wait, what was his issue? Oh, wow. Mike the Ref!
Mike the Ref talking about small pricks.
Wow.
He said Jared left the
So wait, Nikita Lyons, who's the prick she could have handled? What's going on?
Fam, you don't know
Right?
if you want to get vaccinated?
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Boo.
I misread that statement as well, JP. I was like,
Boo. Get your head out the gutter.
It's always in the gutter, brother. Raising the
Triple
gutter.
H.
I was like, Vincent Van Gogh, why are they handling small pricks?
Oh man, I think we gotta get to the bumps, y'all. I have this
Speaking of-
lotion and
speaking
shit.
of,
it
small
doesn't
pricks.
work.
You got a what?
The lotion, the one you gave me, didn't work for my
I
bump.
wouldn't put
that's
that on
from
record.
Avon.
Avon.
That's,
Is Avon still a thing?
that
I
was
think
my-
so.
that was
I
my
think
dog's
it
Shout
is.
out to Avon if you
Shout
still
out
selling
to
it.
Avon.
I'm still buying it.
Supporting a lot of single mothers in the 90s.
Roll on
2000s.
deodorant, makeup.
Mama, I love you.
This is better than Tupperware, I'll tell you that much.
That shit was dope. I had boxes of
I
roll
sold
on.
Avon once.
Now it's
Plenty.
Herbalife.
What about American Popular? You remember that?
There was no way
No,
better than
Popular.
Amway,
Ese
baby.
era mi primer banco.
Amway. The
Amway.
layaway
Listen,
at
you guys are
Kmart.
shopping in the wrong places.
The layaway
JP,
at Kmart.
do me a
That's why I
favor.
got my Stone Cold shirt.
tell them
that
where
had
the hell
glass
they
breaking.
should be
Oye,
shopping,
motherfucker.
JP.
You know, sometimes creo que tengo un moco. But no, what I got is some Foco. Ladies and gentlemen, there are some bobbleheads that just debuted today, Wednesday
JP some
at
bobbleheads.
11 a.m. You have Ricky the Dragon Steamboat bobblehead. You have a
Other
Christian
bobbleheads.
Kirk, Texas A&M classic bobblehead. And you have a whole nother Von Miller, Texas A&M
word.
bobblehead. And folks, remember, back to school is happening. Yes. Believe it
No
or not.
nice things have happened.
Hey, maybe you need a mask. Guess what? Get your mask at Foco.com. Don't Foco me, Foco you.
Officially
HBC
licensed NFL, NCAA, MLB, NBA,
All the things with the
NHL.
sports.
And WWE.
They got
All the-
slides. They got
all the
backpacks. They got
letters.
it all, folks.
The ABCs.
Use that 10%.
Get your mom a
Don't
new pair of
forget our-
underwear
our
while you're
code.
at it.
Get that Sean Spears, baby.
10% is gonna be
Hey.
more than the
Hey.
10% they're taking out the student loans.
Hey, listen, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. Listen, we gotta pay everything. Pay bills, pay loans, pay them all. But definitely pay them bumps.
Tigre es un pendejo.
We gotta play. We got some bumps. We got some bumps to fucking play to say. Yo, I can't right now.
What episode is this?
This is 223, baby. We
Is
out
this
here.
episode 19?
I don't know where my mic is at. I hope y'all can hear me well. But I know for sure we all heard one Freddie Prinze Jr. well this week.
Can I
guess
hear
what?
something in it?
Honestly, I wake up and I'm like, yo, what is
Yo, he ain't all that.
Yo, I was like,
That was bad, yo.
I'm mad I got the ref. The ref.
No, he's like,
Yeah, nah.
I
I figured we're like 10 minutes left, so might as well clean it up a bit. These
So,
make the
wait,
cut.
so speaking of Freddie Prinze, have you guys seen the show The Rivals? He's the host for it. Have you been watching The Rivals
Nah, I
show?
haven't.
I've been listening
It's
to
a
his
round table.
podcast.
It's a round table. You
Oh,
have
so they
Booker
copied
T.
us, number
You
one.
have-
Okay.
Yes.
One
You have
first.
Booker T, who shout out Booker T is in the ring again. Just
Hey.
took an L.
Yes, he did. Yo, he looks phenomenal.
To a
by
student.
Looks
the way.
great. Yeah, to his
To a
students.
student.
Yeah,
Phenomenal,
pushing
yeah.
people over. Yo,
Yeah.
Booker. Yo, Booker. The
I
more
think
you
Stevie
learn
wants to
about
come out of
Booker, bro-
retirement.
Yo,
Yeah,
don't-
yeah, Booker. Little less lip, little more grip.
Yeah.
I feel like
but yeah, Tamina was on it. You had Seth Rollins, I believe.
Frito.
Anywho, Freddie Prinze Jr. What he say?
Yeah.
Not everyone, allegedly.
Whoa.
Not allegedly. This is what he said.
I can't right
As reported by Freddie Prinze Jr. himself, not everyone backstage loves CM Punk, and it's not just because of Colt Cabana. It's because of the way they feel he's behaved since he's gotten behind the curtain. A lot of people don't feel like Punk shows anyone respect, really. Well, at least not the type of respect. Well, let's change the word because respect is earned. The type of dignity that one would expect at work. When you don't treat people as necessary parts of the pie, I've seen this a lot in movies.
You're a big
People
part
look
of my
at you
pie.
a certain way. So now we know that Freddie Prinze Jr. used to watch all the American Pies. And the social divisiveness in the locker room is similar to what you see on a movie set.
Diva. He's talking about CM Punk being a diva. Look, here we are talking about. What are we talking about? We're talking
CM
about
Punk still.
All day we still talking about CM Punk. He's a diva.
He still don't have an ice cream bar, by the way.
The thing is, once again, you can't expect a superstar and not eventually get a diva.
But he always painted himself as the anti-diva.
Of course,
Like
because
his wife.
that's the work.
And it's
That's
Triple
the
H.
work.
That's a pipe bomb.
As Triple H pointed it out, he had the balls to tell you he was going to walk right through you. CM Punk was too much of a bitch. So he would paint himself a martyr
I heard him say
to
that
get
bad
himself
word.
over.
Oh, that one? That's the one you heard?
That's the
That's
one.
what I heard.
Not the freaking later.
Discord?
He didn't have the comedy to do a reach around. You know what I'm saying? He just went back door. What does everyone head?
What? Freaking later.
I think it's
Al Snow, shooting Nation.
the chat is
Yo.
off the chain. Yo,
Chat
This
is wild
chat
today.
is lit.
Yo, everybody watching, everybody listening right now.
Mike the
Thanks
Ref's
for
my
following,
favorite
thanks
in
for
chat
doing
today.
it. Yo, thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for doing the thing.
Mike the Ref wins chat today.
But it's time. I think
It's
it's
time.
time.
It's time.
It's
Hits.
Corey
time.
Matthews time.
What?
No?
You said
It's time for
Cornette?
Johnny Wrestling to come
Corey
back to
Matt. Ooh.
WWE.
And with that, I think we start talking about
The HPC of the week, because that was my pop.
Boom, boom, boom.
That was my pops.
if it
Sickles.
wasn't, it's got to
Boodoo.
be up there, no? Like,
Fuck. For real.
We
not for me.
we were legitimately
but not for me.
Fuck real.
I did not care. I do not care for Johnny. I never liked him. Never.
I'm
will.
not
It's
mad
just-
at why you don't care, though, because the whole character thing, right?
I'm just not into it. I'm not into what he brings to the table. It's just not my thing.
There's not much stuff.
But, if you have eyes on your face and you have ears on your head,
I'm trying to look at the eyes on my
you
face. Hold up.
saw what you saw
Oh,
Monday night.
Oh, you saw something.
And people were, yo, put your pants on.
No, what I
No
saw
pants.
was
Yeah,
what I
keep
saw
doing it.
was
nice
the
things.
wonderful picture of his wife, Candice LeRae, holding their baby, watching
Baby
their
wrestling?
father.
Baby wrestling,
Baby
yeah.
wrestling. Hashtag baby wrestling all around the world. Yo, that was a moment. That was a moment for Johnny. That was a moment for the fans. That was a moment for his family. That was a moment for him.
Do we have a new Yes movement?
He has that pull.
He does.
He's the ultimate underdog, man.
But it's gonna take work.
It's gonna take
He gotta
work.
fix that issue. He gotta
But-
win.
but-
If he wins Mischief over on some character stuff,
Okay, but let's just remember, he's going to a main card roster. Who the last person to run it when he was at NXT and very profitable and became a Grand Slam champion was Triple H. So if anybody can make it work,
that man right there.
it would be that man.
That's probably why he's even there in the first
Oh, 100%.
place.
Old school.
100%.
I think you had a chair shot this week. We all had a chair shot.
I mean, we have tons of chair shots.
Jay Cousin just touched about a little bit on it, but
Oh, well, I mean, I don't know if this is a chair shot per se, but rest in peace to former NWA president Howard Brody. Howard was the one that was involved with the NWA when they joined the WWE. You remember that when Dan the Beast Severn and Jeff Jarrett were coming in with
ain't he
Right,
great?
right.
That's twice we mentioned his name
There
tonight.
you go.
The Double J.
He was one of the last major NWA presidents before Billy Corgan took over.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace,
Rest
man.
in peace.
Rest in
Yo,
pieces.
Lionheart, man.
Lionheart man.
Wow.
Wow.
You remember that guy?
I remember
Me
you got
neither.
the toy actually. I saw it.
No, that's Lionheart.
Lionheart, man.
Do you know what the lyrics were to his theme, by the way?
No.
no,
I
you good,
am
brother. You good. Thank
real.
you.
Say my name, I'm history.
No way.
Wait, what is it?
Yeah, go look up Lionheart's theme from ICW.
Oh no.
Oh.
I'll give you a pop. Bluetooth. All right, no.
Hey, you know.
All the time.
Anything having
It
to
works.
do with Rhea Ripley.
Heck, we could
What?
Anything having
Yo,
to do
Johnny.
with Rhea
Why
Ripley.
is Johnny?
All right. Anything having to do
This guy.
Yeah, you can't spell for shit.
I put the wrong emphasis on the wrong
Missing
syllable.
whole syllables. Look.
There are consonants missing, my friend.
The consonants in the
There's
star
a
in the
G in
sky, right?
Gargano, bro. Where's the G?
You know, I know what the sound that a black hole makes.
Wow.
Thanks to NASA. Shout outs to NASA.
You bend over in front of a mirror? That's stupid.
Yo, you been there when he did that? That's the, you were very
This guy
confident in
bent
that
over.
shit, yo.
I know what a star a black hole makes.
Oh no.
Oh my.
Off the rails. Off the rails.
So what are you talking about, bro? What's the channel?
Beth Phoenix is what I was trying to talk about.
Talk about Beth Phoenix then.
Beth Phoenix
That's
is a big
that's
pop
Adam
for me,
Copeland's
bro,
wife.
coming out.
Who's Adam Copeland?
Edge comes out. he's
The
getting
guy
his
from that
ass-
show Vikings.
He's getting his ass
Yo,
whooped
I
by
heard
the
Vikings was
Judgment
pretty
Day.
good.
And Beth Phoenix stopped the bleeding, if you will.
But
She
he
did.
needed that.
Who did?
Edge.
For what?
For Beth Phoenix to come out and help him because he wasn't going to believably get out of that alive.
All right, so look, we could do one or two things here. So,
Oh.
what's coming up? Survivor Series, yeah?
Yeah.
Nah,
What?
that's
Clash
too-
of the
that's too
Castle.
Clash of the Castle.
Clash
Clash of the Castle and
yeah.
Worlds
Yes,
Collide.
please.
And Worlds Collide.
Insurrection. I mean, Class of the Castle. Yeah, that shit.
No, that is on a different channel.
One night only.
One night only. That shit. Yeah.
What? What?
That. You know them.
Wow.
Them foreign 1 month pay-per-views that come out every once a year and shit
Alright.
that nothing happens, no titles change hands and no big deals, right?
I mean, they don't have the European title no more, so I guess
All right,
They
right.
should bring her back though.
It's coming soon. NXT Europe.
that's right.
Coming soon.
Clash at the Castle.
Clash of the Castle?
Clash at the Castle. Clash at the
He
Castle.
said cash at the
Cash
asshole?
at my castle.
Wow, cash in my
That's
ass.
no. That's the policy at certain institutions.
Yeah. And certain clubs we've been to.
I'm just there already. What you dishing out, brother?
I was just excited to see Beth Phoenix.
Oh, baby.
Oh.
Chair shot of the week, Nikita
Nah.
Lyons.
Okay.
Taking off the tourney.
Yeah, because you won't get the little prick like Mike
Nah.
Tyson.
My
Chair shot of the week,
She
Nikita
won't
Lyons
get
won't get the
vaccinated.
little prick thing.
Cause she only likes big pricks.
Hey.
Pop of the week, Trish Stratus coming out.
Okay.
And
In
not
more
only
ways
that,
than one.
pop for
For some.
Bailey. Bailey having her first match
Oh yeah.
in so long.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Bailey and with this little faction she got going on now.
How do
her
you-
and Trish, I'm with it.
How do you
I'm here
feel
for
about
it.
the faction
I'm
with?
here for it.
You feel good about this faction with Bailey?
Yeah. You know why? Because you have two proven commodities like Dakota Kai
What's
and
their
Io
name,
Sky.
first of all?
Great question, because
Damage
I don't
control,
know.
right?
And then second, that's a big thing because I don't feel like they're a faction.
I don't.
That's as strong as when factions come in to take over,
Right.
And they're mad cool, and then it's the thing for the.
But guess what?
I don't think they've gotten their whole thing yet.
Of course
Like-
not.
Like,
But
Yeah,
most
yeah, I
don't.
feel you on that. Like,
Remember
the
the
and
Toxic
it's
attract-
Bailey's fault.
Toxics are crap.
Nah, because when NWO began, it wasn't a thing. yet.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's getting there.
You dig?
But
Like,
but they were good on the mic. I think Bailey fucked up that first week. Remember that whole thing with the
With the what?
with the
She,
with,
she
she's-
makes the names?
Yeah, she makes the name, but she's like, "Oh, I know I said it wrong, you idiots!" And
Well,
she
'cause
she saved it.
Well, the thing
but
is, they're
I
trying to
think
see what
it's
hits.
Still hurt.
They're trying to see what hits. Remember what Hulk Hogan said?
the new order world of
You
the
know what I'm saying?
organization.
We're in the Thunderdome.
In the Thunderdome.
New world organization.
Right, New World Organization. You know what I'm saying? So like that part's still coming, and I think this feud with Trish Stratus,
Shorts,
is what
Mike,
I
shorts, not tights.
It's what actually gets it to that point.
Okay.
They're still developing. Yo, most of these factions they don't have a thing until it's a thing.
Okay,
There's something
okay.
that makes it click. And
Yeah,
it
I
works.
think they're still looking for their
We're
click.
still there, but that trio right there, that's
No,
that's work.
yeah,
that's work.
it's on paper,
That's
it's beautiful, it's great, it works.
I
It's
love
just,
how Bailey called out the fact that Trish was a hero for people all over the world, especially in Australia, South Africa, Japan,
they
New
watch
Zealand,
WWE,
right?
There you go.
Allegedly,
It's pretty
allegedly.
cool. It was pretty cool. That reach was deep, and those
said.
catalogs too. But I'm excited to see what Trish got to bring to the table. Is she gonna be better than Lita?
Yo, you remember when Trish was on top of that table?
Hey,
Oh,
I
come
do
on.
remember
Trish
that.
a lot
Listen,
of things.
I thought I was by
remember
myself that day, but I guess
I
not.
like
Listen,
You thought you were by yourself.
There's a lot of positions Vince
was-
McMahon
I
has.
was
Pop of the
reading a lot
week.
of
Pop of
articles
the
that-
week.
Pop of the week, Kenny Omega coming out tonight after Will Ospreay and his team wins. I know we've all been waiting and wanting to see.
Wait, that was Kenny? I thought that was Sarah J.
Oh.
What are you talking?
Nah, that was Triple H. is
Triple
not
H is
Dynamite.
My pop of the week is Dexter Loomis kidnapping the Miz,
Dexter
and
Lumis.
also with the two folds, the 2 night only. My pop when he comes out when he restarts Index
Okay,
and
on
picks
NXT,
up,
right?
yeah, and Nick Hartwell.
Yeah.
It was nice. It was nice, and I think she needs it.
She needs something.
But it was interesting because he got arrested right after that.
When he gave her that letter.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I
And that
feel,
makes
I
sense.
feel like it's a Crowbar and Daphne situation. Are they going to be like the natural born killers on the
maybe.
main roster?
Maybe that could work.
Bring her up, bring
That
her
could
up,
work.
bring her up.
And you know what? If
You think
any
she's
excuse to
ready?
bring Maurice back, I'm here for it.
Next year.
Because that mama look good.
Who, just Bobby, who do you want to see Edge face before next year? What are some of the matches you want to see him
Christian.
fight?
Go there.
Christian.
Yo,
Christian
Cage.
Cage.
Christian?
Available.
Done.
Since you brought him
Before
up,
the end of the year, the way he's
Christian.
trashing Jungle Boy, he's not gonna be available.
before we talk about Edge real quick, just because you said that, I'll give you a heel of the week was Christian.
Okay.
His promo.
Okay.
He always talks about
He
someone
got a lot of
dying.
nerve.
He talks about someone dead all the time. But the
Sticks
way,
and stones will break my bones, but your father will never hear me.
Damn,
What are you
bro.
doing, brother? What are you
Where did
doing?
that come from? Nah, but tonight's promo
902,
was
there's
much
no
more
area code.
serious. Tonight's promo was much more serious, much more direct. Like
Yes,
he
yes,
really
it was.
painted himself as a dangerous fellow, and I think that was necessary in this thing because he was getting clowned a little bit.
So my question is, does Jungle Boy step up to the challenge? Because if he doesn't come correct, he'll get buried. Because
So far, he's been doing all right.
Yeah.
He's been holding his own. I mean,
He's doing
still
better than
kinda
I
funky, but
expected.
he's been doing better than that.
better than I expected, but it's still I don't see the special. I'm sorry. I may be by I don't know, and it's not by size.
He's another one.
He's
that's
just
like 20
very.
years old, dog.
He's just like
he's not good
yo.
on the mic.
You know what he's like on the mic, and I love bran cereal, but many people don't. He's like eating raisin bran.
How old are you? Yo, you eat bread?
Listen,
There we go with the raisins again. There we go with the raisins.
That's what he
Bigger,
sounds like
what's
when
that
he's doing.
pasa?
Like it's just he's not gonna do it, bro.
Damn, Jack Perry's 25. So when you look at Austin and you look at Jack Perry, who's more ready? Who's more like national TV ready?
Austin
Theory.
Austin Theory.
especially because he has a shitty gimmick. Like the Jungle Express gimmick actually works.
Let's not
He's got-
forget.
look at his theme song.
Let's not forget. Austin
They
Theory's been
set
ready.
him up in a fucking.
Austin Theory's been ready since the whole what's the
I blame
promotion
Vince.
he was on?
Evolve.
Right?
He's been. I was about to use a poor choice of words and saying he's been groomed since Evolve.
Oh,
maybe not.
Well, Daddy's not around
Allegedly,
no more. So.
allegedly.
Where's Joey when you need him?
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
Que Dios la bendiga.
Marty Scroll, while we're at it.
Wow.
Never feels
Wow.
angry. I feel
too.
that. He gonna feel angry. Luchasaurus turn his.
I
turn
feel
on
like
him
the problem with
again.
Jungle Boy is he's never like had an opportunity in a promotion, right?
Yeah.
Like he's been a guy who wrestles.
Right.
Yo,
You know, you want to get him angry? Somebody can go after Anna Jay.
Yo, but dog, like they went after his mom. They went after
Yeah,
his dead dad.
but they got to
who
go after
was-
the way he eats. He got to go after the way he eats. His breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and dessert. You go to that.
Shit.
That'll take out intestinal
Yo, Anna
4290
Jay is
man.
dessert?
You think you
Yes.
should start coming out with Anna Jay?
No, I think they should try to get at her. Scoop her up.
Hey,
Sounds like one man for the job.
I think Christian needs to.
Christian hits her with the unpretty.
ooh, I love it.
Is that what he calls it? What?
You catch
Or
my
is it Kill
drift.
switch here. I forget. It was
Kill
Kill
switch.
switch.
You catch my drift right now.
Kill
That's what needs to happen. If you want to get a man angry, hit him where it hurts the most. Cut his hair. You know what I mean? Like the mutton chops. Cut the mutton chops. There's many ways you could affect this man. Get him angry.
It was a choice.
Yo, put actual sugar in his coffee. You know what I'm saying? Do something. But get this man to feel an emotion. Bro,
Yeah, man.
Speaking
hit me on
of,
the mic. I'm like, yo.
Renan Laville like makes a good point, bro. He never feels angry. He
Never.
feels like
He's a Cali
threat.
boy.
Yeah.
Even as he's hitting Christian with a car.
Right. He's like, boom.
we got a
I
pop.
got you, didn't I?
You
got
know how
another
you know
pop.
how like Orange Cassidy is like over dramatizes that?
Wow.
That's just Jungle Boy.
How do you say Orange Cassidy and over dramatize it in the same sentence?
Right. 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 Exactly. Exactly.
We got another pop. Old school, you
He
got a
over
pop.
dramatizes the fact that he doesn't do shit.
You got a pop, old school. Our indie pop of the week. What's our indie pop of the week?
I mean, we got so many, but
Go, we-
shout outs to New Texas Pro. This Saturday, draped up
Keith in the house.
at Houston Premier Arena. We were talking about Booker
It's a nice
T.
spot. It's a nice spot.
You watching a lot of the guys that he helped break into the business.
Pro!
The main event, IWTV World Champion
Yoto.
AC Mac
AC Mac.
versus your HPC sponsored athlete Intocable Gino Medina, the man
Dile.
who might be next in line.
Ooh, I see what you did there.
Ooh. We
What's
only
that mean
talk
for
to the
Roxy?
greats.
Yo.
We only talk to the greats here.
Yo, we gonna
So,
go to New Texas Pro? What's good?
I'm
I
down,
feel like
bro.
we might need to make a little
Don't leak
When is it?
anything, though. Don't tell them what we're gonna do, because then they're gonna
Alright,
show up
alright,
and there's gonna be
alright.
too many people there. There's
All
gonna
I
be no
know
parking.
is
You know I don't like
if we're
looking
gonna
for
do, we
parking
gotta
and
do it
shit.
right.
Lotion for that.
If we're gonna do, we
I
gotta
hate
do it
looking
right.
for parking.
You know what I'm saying? Sin gorrito na cumpleaños.
Hey.
So, New
Así
Texas
nací
Pro,
yo.
I'm down. I'm down. But, you know, we're trying to go everywhere. We're trying to go where? Illinois? Indianapolis?
Should have
Where we
pulled
going?
out.
Shout out to Naptown.
You know where we're
That
gonna go
time-
though right now? We going home, baby, because that's all the damn time we have for you folks this week. I don't care what you got your fix, but I know you got it from Spotify,
to do.
Twitch, YouTube, nowhere else today. But you'll get the vibes. There's more policy behind it. We'll let you know on the streams and on social media. Tell them what to do and where to follow JP.
Check us out, Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots on your favorite channel, YouTube and Twitch. Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots. HPC2Sweet, HPC2Sweet _ on Twitter and IG. And don't forget to rate and review and leave us
Don't
5
forget